Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name's Laura and today we're doing another pick a card, pick a postcard, pick a aesthetic scrapbook, antique photo of tourist areas reading. And we're going to be looking at the next 4 months for you from the time that you are watching this. It doesn't have to be from the time that I'm filming this, which is early September, but whenever you find this, it is meant for you. So what I need you to do is ask out loud or in your head very clearly, spirit guides, universe, what is in store for me in the next 4 months? And then once you've done so, select your group. We have group number 1, 2, and 3. And this is certainly a reading where you can feel drawn to more than one group, or all of them even. That's totally fine. But once you select your group, you can either watch through or you can skip ahead to your reading using the timestamps provided down below. So before we begin, I just want to thank everyone for subscribing. We have reached 6,000 subscribers, which makes me so happy. And I am really set on reaching 10,000. So if you're not subscribed already, consider doing so if you want. You know, I offer pick a card readings here at least every week. And I just love connecting with you guys. So I just wanted to take some time to thank every single person who subscribes and all of the regular commenters. Like, I know who you are. I recognize your usernames. I'm so excited when I see that you comment. So thank you for doing that. I love the little community that we have here where we can just share in free tarot readings and spiritual teachings and connect with each other on this stuff, because it's honestly pretty rare and hard to find people who have this in common in real life. So I'm so glad we could do it over the internet. Okay, so I just wanted to take some time out to thank you for that. But let's dive straight into your reading. Hello, group number 1, and welcome. This is your tarot reading to see into the next 4 months at the time that you are watching this. The first card out for you is Nurture. I don't know why, immediately upon flipping this card over, I see a lot of beautiful people surrounding you, nurturing you, and actually loving you for who you are. And I feel like this is a really positive shift from where you're coming from, because you may have gotten out of a relationship or even friend groups or even a family for the past several years that just really tested you and did not love you for who you are. It just made you feel unlovable, and you know, it wasn't anything that you did to them. It's their own ego and wounds that had them treating you like this. And you know what? I feel like these past few weeks and months, you have been on a journey to just heal from that and love yourself and nurture yourself, value yourself. And now I actually see the universe sending you physical, like in-person people to nurture you, love you. I really do feel like a lot of your soul family, soul tribe, energy people are either currently in your life or about to enter your life in these 4 months. So really pay attention to any new relationships that you may have right now, or new friendships that may be forming, or even ideas that you have to go out and meet new people, because these are all signs that your soul family is coming in. And I'm seeing a group of kindred souls, you know, all eyes on you, just wanting to nurture you, love you, protect you, which is very refreshing, because like I said, I just feel like in the past you were the one doing all of the nurturing, all of the loving, striving, chasing, and it feels good to just sometimes sit back, relax, and let others love you. Try to think back to when you were a kid and all of your needs were met by your parents, like a young kid, and any problem that you had in the world, your parents would take care of it. Try to feel that level of love. Try to feel that level of not having responsibility, not having to force, not having to chase, not having to even go out of your way to attract. It was just there. That is the type of love that you are being reconnected with in the next 4 months. So we're off to a really deep start, guys. Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. So these next few months, you may also be actually parenting, if you are a parent, obviously. That never really ends, does it? If not a child, this could also be taking care of a garden or pets or just nurturing in general. It really kind of forces you to take care of yourself. And I would know firsthand because I have a tiny garden out front with lots of plants, and every day I go out and I water the garden, I wrestle with my tomato plants, and I take care of it. And in the process, I take care of myself because I go outside, my bare feet touch the ground, which is very grounding and beautiful. I let the sun hit me, I have some fresh air, all of which are really good for me. And because I'm watering my plants, I think to myself, well, I'm already downstairs, I might as well water myself, get myself some water, some tea. And since I'm there, I might as well feed myself. And you know what? It's through taking care of others that you actually take care of yourself. So I get that message. We see a year from now coming through. You know, whenever this card comes out, it really just makes me think like how different your life will look a year from the day. Like, I really do see. And you know what's funny? Right before your reading began, I was just having like an imaginary conversation in my head. And kind of thinking to myself, the beginning of 2023, I thought my life was on a certain trajectory. And if you would have told me that 7 months later, I was in the circumstance that I find myself in now, I literally would have thought you were lying to me. Like, I was just thinking of that. And I think I was thinking of that because of your reading. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. However, I'm not necessarily, well, I do see that 1 year from today, like 12 months from the day that you're watching, will be very different. But I am seeing that 4 months from now, if you compare that to where you were at 12 months from that, it'll look really different. So for example, I'm filming this in the very beginning of September. So 4 months from now is the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024. On that day, on New Year's, you will be looking back and thinking that 1 year ago from today, like the beginning of 2023, the vision that I had for my life and where my life was going was so different from what manifested, and it'll be really beautiful. So 4 months from today, you're gonna look back on your year and be like, holy crap, I can't believe all of those changes transpired. And listen to your intuition here, because you can already kind of see the path forming for the next 4 months. But I feel like a certain intensity in these next 4 months that will just really make that message resonate, where you're like, this past year has turned out completely different than I would have ever thought. 1 year ago, I would have never predicted that I would be in the circumstance that I'm in now. I see you having that thought in 4 months. Next, the animal spirit representing this time is the black egg. Wow. The card of truth. I'm seeing true conversations coming in. And to be honest with you, I am actually feeling this sooner rather than later. So I am feeling for many of you, you may be having a conversation about how you truly feel, what your true intentions are, or you may be asking someone of that, like, what are your true intentions? What are your true feelings? So I see you getting to the bottom of things, getting to the truth of what you really want and communicating that. And other people will be communicating their truth with you as well. And I feel like you're going to listen. I feel like that's something that is markedly, I don't know if that's a word, different than how you used to think. Before, people might have said whatever they wanted, and you would have just believed what you wanted to hear. But now when people tell you the truth of their feelings or what they want, you listen to it. Next, we have the hunter archetype coming out for you. I am seeing a huge ambition for you that you're working on at this time. Huge ambition. And we see the horse spirit here as well, which tells me that this may have been a goal that you have been working on for a while. A business, schooling, saving for a house, wanting something. Very, very ambitious energy. The message with the hunter coming out in reversed is don't let your ambition blind you. Keep a well-balanced life. It's not just about what you are chasing after, your business goal, your educational goal, etc., whatever your ambition is. Also keep in mind that during the next 4 months, relationships are going to be really important for you, as well as personal health, mental health, well-being, and all that good stuff. And I feel like holistically, 4 months from now, you'll be looking back on the year previous, and you'll be not just looking at the growth that you made in your ambition. You know, my biggest thing that I hate about New Year's, like my biggest fear, honestly, that I keep with me because I think it's a good fear to have, is that every new year that occurs, like at the end of the year, I think back on the year previous, and I'm like, wow, not much has changed. That's my biggest fear. And so I think about that regularly, all throughout 2023. I think, you know, I was so disappointed at the end of 2022. How can I make huge sweeping changes in my life so that way I can end 2023 happy, like really satisfied with the work that I did, the growth that I made, the progress that I made. And already, like, we're only 4 months away from the end of the year, so like 7-8 months into the year, and I already am just happy with the changes that have been made. So I feel like having that fear can sometimes be a good thing, but we definitely see you making fast forward progress when it comes to your goals, and wanting these next 4 months to be focused on a goal very heavily, like wanting to make huge strides in that goal. And you may be thinking to yourself, like, these next 4 months, I am absolutely going for it. I am making progress in this, because I do not want these 4 months to go by and I feel like I have made no progress. I haven't reached any milestones. So I'm seeing a lot of ambition. Mama Moon is coming in to say, full moon in Taurus, your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah, guys, I am seeing you getting organized with your dreams, this ambition, whatever it is. And see how the horse is running towards this full moon in Taurus. I feel like you need to set up a goal for the next 4 months, like that is tangible, reachable, and then break that goal down into monthly, weekly, daily goals for you to achieve. Like, having that practical plan for yourself will be really, really grounding for you. And, you know, once you settle into that routine, you know that you're always going to be constantly growing. And then the extra mental space you'll have, you can use to push yourself even further or grow in different ways. So these next 4 months, I really see a lot of work, honestly, like working towards a dream, working towards a goal. You want these 4 months to end in a significantly better place when it comes to your career, education, or finances. That's what I'm seeing. And I feel like mentally, as you're watching this, like, you just want these next 4 months to be predominantly focused on that, or like not necessarily focused on that, but like you just want to see sweeping changes in that area. Like, you want to see progress. And Spirit's saying that is possible with the full moon in Taurus, but you need a practical plan. Okay, Taurus is not this daydreamy, idealistic, wishy-washy type of energy. It is very practical, grounded. Here is the work that I need to do. I am doing it. It is done. Here's my plan. This is exactly how I'm going to grow, and knowing every step of that plan. Next, we have round and around. The number 25 may be important. Also the number 9. And you know what? I feel like this is talking about that fear that we talked about, the fear of cycles repeating and not necessarily growing. Some of you may fear ending up in like the same type of relationships that you had in the past. There could also be a fear here of not making any growth financially, career-wise, that I'm seeing as well. You know, I feel like our spiritual lessons in life has like a spiral pattern like this, where we learn a lesson from one relationship or one challenge, and then sometimes a similar energy but slightly elevated will circle back in our lives. And that will like help us build upon that lesson. Have any of you guys experienced something like that? Like, with each relationship that you're in, the person that you're in a relationship with, it gets better and better and better. But they all may have like similarities to each other, or like same thing with like jobs, challenges, whatever. I don't know. With round and round, I'm actually seeing like a lot of synchronicities that you might be feeling. Feeling familiarity in the people that you meet, in the places you find yourself in. Maybe you've just been around the block. Maybe you're a little older and now you can't like go somewhere or meet someone without it reminding you of something else or someone else, which is a really cool experience. We have patience coming through, absolutely, especially with the Hunter coming out in reverse here. Patience is definitely needed in these next 4 months. Patience with yourself and with your dreams or goals. And the best thing you can do to move forward isn't by having this unbridled ambition, but it's actually by putting those dreams into this practical, measurable plan and implementing that plan. So we're going to get some tarot to get further into these next 4 months for you. Another thing I want to mention is that the goddess Artemis feels very strong with your energy. Also, 5 of Pentacles in reversed. You do not want to remain stuck in your current financial situation. I'm seeing a lot of you want your financial situation to improve, your health situation to improve, or like to get out of your current circumstances so badly. Okay, you may have like a lack of time, health, or money right now. And that is your biggest fear of this next 4 months, that you're going to stay stuck in that. And I feel like that's why you have this extremely strong ambition, because you just want to get out of that 5 of Pentacles reversed energy. Accept help from others is what I want to say. Accept help where you can. For example, if you're in poverty, literally look up how your government can help you. Is there any programs you can get on to make your life easier? Like, for real. For real. That's what those programs are made for. Also, like, if you are feeling lonely, who can you reach out to? I feel like you need to learn how to accept help, because a little bit of help can go a super long way in terms of how quickly you can actually reach your goals. So don't be stubborn when it comes to accepting help. We have the 7 of Cups. Yeah. You know, I feel like something that you're coming out of, especially if you're watching this at the time I'm posting with Neptune retrograde, is wearing rose-colored glasses. And I feel like Spirit's trying to get you to see things a lot more clearly, see people for exactly who they are. And also, another thing I'm seeing here, with the money that you do make, I feel like an indecisiveness on what to spend it on. Like, some of you may be trying to save for property. Others of you might want to get gifts for your loved ones, or you might even want to invest in your business or your career or your wardrobe or self in some way. If you're not wholeheartedly decided on what to do with your extra money that you get this next 4 months, keep it saved. Okay? You don't need to make a decision right away. I don't know how many cards I want, guys. I'm just doing this completely intuitively. We're just gonna select cards and see what the story says. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7's good. I'm just gonna flip them all over instead of dissecting them one by one. We have the 5 of Swords. Center of the spread, Page of Swords in reversed. The Empress. Oh boy. Page of Cups in reversed. And the 6 of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, one big thing that I am seeing here is ceasing communication with someone who really just always kept you guessing. It feels like they were always very wishy-washy about what they want with you. And this could be a romantic situation or even a job as well. Romantically, like, this would be someone who is like, oh, I don't know what I want for the future. Or I don't know if I can commit to you. Or like, yeah, we're committed, blah, blah, blah. But then, like, they never, like, have you meet their family or get any closer. I feel that's the energy that's exiting your life, walking away. And in these next 4 months, you may be getting a clear understanding of how messed up that was, how messed up that person was, which is why Spirit is like bringing in new people, new energies to you who are very, very nurturing, because I feel like you're still I feel like you already learned this lesson for many of you. And it's like, I'm never gonna go back to accepting that type of behavior. And I feel like there's a fear that you have of like how other people, like accidentally attracting that again. You know what I'm saying? Round and round, I feel like you're very scared of attracting a similar dead end situation where someone just constantly keeps you guessing, or they're just not very clear. They want you to wear rose-colored glasses. I feel like that's the fear that you have here. However, what you don't see is that you have been really good at practicing self-worth and self-value recently. And because of that, like, you're attracting really good things towards you. And I'm also seeing here a resistance to unfair, unbalanced relationships or being treated unfairly. Like, you're no longer remotely going to tolerate connections where you're doing all of the work and they're doing nothing. And even in like a work situation, you're just tired of doing all of the work and not receiving fair compensation for it. So I see you honing in on specific work that you know practically will give you some sort of outcome and growth and payoff for your work, even if it's not immediate. So there may be an element of patience here. For example, if you start a YouTube channel and your goal is to get that YouTube channel monetized, the work that you initially do will not pay off in a monetary sense because you're not being paid for that work. However, it will pay off eventually if you stay committed. Same thing with a degree. Like, you may be working really hard for a degree, but you're not getting paid for it, and it's not like paying the bills. So it can be quite frustrating to be so dedicated to that and not receive money in the meantime, or like an immediate payoff, which is why I definitely feel like the energy of patience is going to be with you in the next 4 months, because I really feel if you select the group number 1, you are working towards some type of bigger ambition that is not yet paying you for your hard work and efforts. This really does feel like career and financial and education. I suppose you could apply this message to relationships as well, but no, I'm not going to say that. I disagree with that. I feel like there is a similar theme here in your relationships, because like the quality that you have towards your work, where you're very patient and you're willing to go the mile and not get paid, or not get paid fairly in order to, like, I guess, penetrate the market and eventually lead you to be making like more than most people. That same quality of patience that you have in business and career, I want to say it should not apply to relationships. And I feel like that was a lesson that you had to learn, because you were very patient and very nurturing and very giving with someone or multiple people. Like I said, it feels like years where you had friends, partners, or just people in your life who were filled with like ego and unable and unwilling to give the energy that you gave to them. And they wanted to keep you in this confusing energy. The reason you got into that was because of your patience. But I feel like it's a good quality to have in work, business, career. Spirit's saying it's not saying don't be patient, but like, don't tolerate something that, I don't know if that's a good message, but what I'm hearing is don't tolerate a relationship that does not have an immediate payoff that you can see, grasp, and understand. And now here's the thing, guys. I'm not saying like, this could totally be taken the wrong way. I'm not saying don't work towards something greater in your relationships and be patient, but it's like, if you have someone who's saying, oh yeah, maybe one day I'll commit to you, and they're just like messing around, like, don't tolerate that. That's what I mean. All right. I kind of want to get more cards to see how the next 4 months are going for you. I definitely feel like you're healing from that. Like, it's really setting in. Yeah, Hermit, you're learning to enjoy your alone time again fully, and you're reconnecting with yourself, which is wonderful. I'm also seeing you offering a lot of good healing energy to the world, support to the world, and there is a spiritual element here of being like a really good spiritual teacher, advice giver, therapist energy type of person. We also see the Two of Wands. The world is your oyster. There will be plans being made for the future, I am seeing here. I'm honestly, for some of you, I am seeing, and this is just purely intuitive, like a relationship ascending to the next level, which is really funny because I think that may be part of the thing that shocks you, like at the end of this 4 months, because you could have been in a really bad relationship or with bad friends a year from 4 months from now. And 4 months from now, you're going to be like, holy crap, like I am here in a whole new happy relationship or happy friends surrounding me, whole new job, like whatever that toxic thing was. What's 12 minus 4? I'm so bad at math, guys. I'm sorry. 8 months ago from the time that you're watching this reading, what was going on in your life? Okay, was there a certain relationship that you had at the time that wasn't that great? Were you in a really bad work situation? Like, comment down below, what was that? I feel that has completely been removed from your life and replaced with something much better, much more loving, much more nurturing. However, the weird thing about this is this new energy or person has similar characteristics to your ex on the surface level, or similar characteristics to your old situation. However, it's much, much more healthy. And you may even think to yourself, it's almost like I took what I had that was near and dear to my heart, but toxic, and I found a non-toxic version of it, like a healthy version of it. So it's really strange. Like I'm seeing some weird type of synchronicities, but in a healthier way. We have the Three of Wands, and it came out on its side kind of like this, so we'll keep it in a neutral position. There's future planning here. For sure. I am seeing you saving up money, or trying to, for a future plan. For many of you, this may be investing in property. I'm also seeing an investment in travels. So it could really be anything. But I am seeing saving and some sort of growth as well. I'm seeing commitment. Knight of Coins in reversed. So this is a slower moving energy. And I keep coming back to the word commitment, but commitment to the right things. I feel like that may be your theme for the next 4 months. Like, are you committed, and are you committed to the right things? Things that you should be committed to can be found in the Empress. Yourself, your growth, your education, what your goals really. Like, are you committed to your goals? That's what I want to say here. And do your goals have a practical plan? Because when you're committed to yourself, your well-being, and your goals, other people, jobs, friends, etc. will commit to you. I think that's your biggest lesson, or the biggest way to summarize these next 4 months. When you commit to yourself, others will commit to you. Beautiful. One of your lessons in these next 4 months is also like embracing, enjoying, loving your alone time, cherishing your alone time, reconnecting with yourself on a personal level after what may have been a codependent way of living. I love it, guys. I love it. You know, I kind of see person or situation from your past that just was trying to keep you confused, or like they were trying to like constantly not give enough, like give you the bare minimum. They may still be lingering in your world, in your energy. And I feel like the more you love yourself, value yourself, cherish yourself, the less you become attracted to them and the less attached you are to them. And so I do see by the end of these 4 months, total detachment from that. And it's like, I am not going back. Yeah. Not only that, you now realize how full your life is already. Like, you are so committed to a certain ambition and goal. And it's like, that takes up most of my time anyways. Like, this is what I should be focusing on. And once you start focusing on it, it's like, holy crap, this takes up a lot of time in a good way. Like, you want this to be the bulk of what you focus on in the next 4 months so that it can grow. So to summarize here, I feel like the next 4 months you are really focused on career, education, and money matters. It feels like you are making sweeping progress in those areas. You are coming up with a practical plan and implementing it. Like, your work is cut out for you and you're doing it, which is wonderful. And you're taking a longer road than most people would take that will lead you to greater success, prosperity, and abundance. And you're being patient with your goals and yourself. However, you're learning not to extend that same patience with douche canoes who are trying to keep you confused. So I do see an improvement in your relationship life as well, friendship life as well, social life. There you go. Because you're learning to value yourself again. And we see you being totally nurtured by the people around you, totally loved. I am seeing commitment for a significant amount of you. And like I said, this is totally intuitive. But like, I feel like because you're committing to yourself, other people want to commit to you as well. And you're going to be so pleasantly happy with where you are 4 months from now compared to where you were 8 months ago. Okay? And that's where I really want you to pay attention to what your intuition is saying. Where were you 8 months ago? What were you struggling with? Okay? Whatever your answer is to that question, that is what will be totally overcome and turned into this prosperous, amazing change in the next 4 months. Does that make sense? Like, total 180. Like, if 8 months ago you were in a super toxic relationship, for example, in the next 4 months, I see you may commit to someone who is super healthy for you, like the complete opposite, totally nurtures you, etc. If 8 months ago you were really struggling financially with your business, 4 months from now, total 180 there. Huge momentum has occurred. And it's all because you were patient. And you know what? I feel like through the trials of the past, you were patient, and it's almost like this is being rewarded. That patience is being rewarded. It's you're being paid off for that. The scales of karma are balancing. So thank you guys for joining me. This is a lovely 4 months ahead. I hope you enjoy it. Keep up your positive momentum is what I want to say. And keep connecting to the truth of who you are, your own individuality. With these 2 cards here, like, this is a time to really connect with yourself, focus on yourself. And it's so funny because once you do that, it's like everyone focuses on you. So, love that. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you've not already. We just reached 6,000. Yay. I want my goal to be reaching 10,000 in a very short amount of time. I know. I don't know if that's too ambitious. I think it's fine. I think we could do it. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. I offer pick a card readings at least once a week, but I'm definitely going to start doing more. I had to catch up on a lot of work in August. Lots of readings to do, personal readings, which you can find on my website, spiritpsychic.org. And yeah, is there anything else I want to tell you about? I don't think so. If you want a spiritual life coaching session with me, that's also on my website. I'll also offer my Goddess Energy Intention Oil there. So go ahead and check those out. I have a blog. I have an Instagram. I have a lot of things. It's all linked in the description. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 2, and welcome. Let's see what's in store for you in the next 4 months. I'm going to try to make this a quicker reading than group number 1 because I just don't think we need to overdo anything. Okay. But let's see. I say that and then we're going to do like 2 hours worth of readings. Okay. We see success coming in the next 4 months. What a great card to start off this reading with. We are seeing You know what? I specifically want to say, like, whatever goal that you are working on right now, I am seeing a huge win, a huge checkpoint being made in the next 4 months for that. But this can come through in so many different areas of life. So Mama Moon says, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. Okay, this is telling me money, success in money, and growth. If I also want to say, if you're like an influencer or a musician or artist of any kind, I am seeing a growth in your audience, okay? And that may directly be linked to a growth in your money as well. So I am seeing that, or more sales in what you are offering, new clients, new customers. There's definitely money though in the next 4 months, huge successes in finances and career, which is really funny because similar message came out for group number 1. So if you were also drawn to group number 1, you might want to check out their reading as well. Next, we have the Otter Spirit, beautiful water energy, and this is really, really playful. Otters are very loving, very affectionate, cuddly, as well as playful. So this is a really great 4 months if you're dating or in a relationship. I see a lot of fun times out with your person, your people. Okay, there is a silliness, a lightheartedness that I'm seeing for the next 4 months as well. Like I keep seeing like day trips, like little outings with yourself, your friends, your love. So it feels really nice, and actually enjoying some of that money coming in, you know, not just saving it all away, hoarding it all away, but allowing yourself some of it to have beautiful experiences with your loved ones. Next, we have Anima Mundi, and I'm gonna read this from the book because what the heck is this? It says, Anima Mundi epitomizes the principle accept all, reject none. Simply put, it is the living soul of the world in all of its multifaceted, multidimensional layers, bonded together by loving cosmic forces. Diversity is celebrated, multiplicity is honored, and nothing is denied. Embrace. Constructs of separation dissipate into the wonderful mess of shared consciousness. Anima Mundi is the link between the literal and the imaginal, the rational and the mythic. It is the connective fiber that makes life meaningful. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. I'm seeing a shamanic initiation for some of you, which is a very scary experience. So I'm just warning you now, if you set that intention to have a shamanic initiation, don't underestimate it, because I did the same thing years ago. And let me tell you, I died. I multidimensionally traveled. It's a whole story. I actually put a video up about it like months ago, maybe a year ago, I'm not sure. Highly recommend not setting that intention unless you truly mean it and you truly want to be connected to spirit and physical, like hardcore, like you really want it, okay? It's definitely not for everyone. This card indicates an initiation on the level of the soul. You will awaken the unique light within and witness how this light contributes to the radiance of the entire universe. You will sense yourself as a critical note in the cosmic orchestra. Destiny is altered as you hear the enchanted melody of all living things. I am seeing a massive spiritual awakening for you guys this month. Shamanic initiation for some of you. Really being able to see the sacredness of everything and understanding how powerful you are at being a co-creator of this reality and how bright of a light you can truly be, how big of a voice you truly can be in this world. That's maybe an intention that you want to set, actually. Spirit divine, if I am worthy, if I am one who spreads light, make my voice louder in this universe. Spread my light to more people who may benefit from this light, from this love, from my personality, my perspective. May all who need me find me. That may be a good intention for you to set. Next, we have strategy. Okay. I am really feeling that there are a lot of influencers, artists, writers, public speakers, people of that nature who selected this group. Because I feel like your sole purpose It feels very public. It feels very loud. Okay, I do feel that for some of you, you may be publishing something in these next 4 months, like a book or some sort of work that you've been working on, a course. You may be starting a podcast, something like that, or like launching a new product. And I'm seeing a lot of strategy that comes along with that. I am also seeing journaling being a possible huge part of these next 4 months, which isn't totally surprising because I have nonstop talked about how all of you need to start journaling every morning, like for the past like 10 videos. So if you're a subscriber and you watch, you may have heard me rant about journaling and how it's like the best self-help tool for me right now. I journal 3 meaty pages every single morning as a part of the Artist's Way book that I'm reading. It's like a 12-week course on unlocking your creativity. 10 out of 10 recommend reading that, by the way, for everyone. But a part of that is these 3 meaty journal pages every single morning that you have to fill out. And it forces you to process your feelings. It forces you to acknowledge the ideas on your mind, and it puts it all out on paper. And it's been life-changing. So much has changed, and I'm only on like week 5 or 6. So I am seeing you writing things down. Some of you might be buying a planner as well. I know that's specific, or a wipe-off board to get more organized, developing a strategy for yourself, because it does seem like you are very focused on making your light, your opinions, what you have to teach, more accessible to more people. Like whatever it is that you offer the world, I feel like, how can I get this out there and make this more accessible to everyone, as many people as possible? Some of you may be working on accessibility tech, making websites, coding, doing something for your business to make it accessible to everyone, the blind and deaf community, everyone, visually impaired people, things like that. I don't know why. That's very specific, but I'm seeing it coming through. How can you make your business more accessible, or what the message you're trying to spread more accessible? We have Imagine coming through. The number 20 may be important for you. Yeah, I definitely feel like there is a mediumship about everyone who selected group number 2, because you perceived an idea from the universe very clearly in your mind's eye. So you could be strongly clairvoyant as well. Like you saw how this idea could unfold, and you are bringing it down into fruition. I wouldn't be surprised if the star came out for you during the tarot portion of this reading. We also have, oh my gosh, prosperity. Prosperity, prosperity. Look at that. The word came out twice. Prosperity, prosperity. Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. You manifested, or you imagined. See, a little slip of the tongue there, but it predicts what's to come. You imagined a certain dream reality, and you've been working, strategizing to bring that vision into your life. And I see successes in that in the next 4 months. And the angels are clarifying, as you work to bring this dream into reality, we will give you money. Money. Cold hard cash from this dream. And success. All right? Strategize and work hard is what I want to say. This reminds me of that interview Kim Kardashian did, where I forget what the question was. It was something like, what would your advice be to any woman entrepreneur or like business owner? And she's like, work your ass off. And for some reason, a lot of people got offended by that. And it's like, that's like, as a woman entrepreneur, I can say that's 100% true. Like literally just work. Like get your vision in order, right? What you're passionate about, make a strategy, and literally just do it. I feel like people get stuck on that part of like literally just doing it. But you need to commit to the vision. So I'm seeing you committing to the vision. We see the Knight of Wands in reverse coming out. Some of you, if you're single, maybe dating around, being quite casual in love, or overly focused on entertainment is what I want to say. And I feel like in the next 4 months, you're being asked to change that. 6 of Pentacles. You know, I feel like your energy is almost a continuation of group number 1's energy, which is so funny. I feel like in the past, you worked really hard to get things moving in your dreams, and you may not have actually seen the payoff of it back then. Like, for example, you spent a lot of time working towards a degree or towards a business or relationship or something without much payoff. And I feel like in the next 4 months, you're actually going to start seeing the payoff. Like, you're actually going to see, this feels very career related, like cold hard cash coming through. So I'm just going to pull some cards and we're going to flip them over all at once and see what the story is for the next 4 months. Queen of Cups. Beautiful prosperity. And I'm seeing like emotional happiness. Feeling very, very fulfilled creatively and emotionally. Strength in reversed. Yeah, I'm getting this message here of like, this prosperity is available to you if you work your booty off. Specifically when it comes to the dreams that you have in mind. Okay, this is not 4 months to spend procrastinating. This is not 4 months to like not work on your dream, is what I want to say. We have the Page of Cups in reversed here. I don't know why I'm seeing a child for some of you who is very similar to you. All right, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups reversed. Very similar to you. They may have some of the, okay, this is specifically for the parents out there. I'm seeing this child has a lot of qualities that are very similar to the qualities that you had when you were a kid that may be a struggle to deal with. Like, for example, if you were a little rebel child, your child may also have that same attitude. Or if you were like really moody, having mood problems, mood regulation issues, your child may have that also. Like if you have ADHD, your child most likely also has ADHD. I'm seeing something like that. But you have to keep in mind, like, they did not learn yet how to deal with that. Okay, so you're being asked to have a compassionate attitude towards this child and teach them what you know and how you kind of became who you are today, is what I'm seeing here. I am seeing like a student-teacher dynamic here. This doesn't just have to be parenting though, because like I said, a lot of you are influencers. You have like something to say to the world. You have a vision. You have something that you healed from, something that you overcame and became this beautiful person. And you have wisdom to share with the world. And you're being asked to really do that this month. Something I'm seeing here as well, especially if you're reaching out to people with, you know, your teachings, with whatever, be vulnerable. Share personal stories is what I'm seeing here. Let them get to know the real you better. Not just your audience or your customers, but also your family, your friends, everyone in your life. Show them the real you. That's what the Strength card in reverse is asking you to do here. When you do that, you will see prosperity a lot more. We have the King of Coins in reversed. Lots of court cards coming out in reversed here. Ace of Cups, new love, new creative project I'm seeing as well. And the Magician in reversed. Okay. You're all at different points in your journey. Some of you have already begun your dream, your vision. And the next 4 months will be a major point here where you're seeing money, you're seeing prosperity, you're seeing payoff. For others of you, you are beginning a brand new creative project, goal, dream, vision. Actually, I'm seeing if this is something you already started, in the next 4 months, you may actually be getting into a new relationship or having a baby. I know that's specific, but that's what I'm seeing. New relationship or a baby. Or getting pregnant. Or even like adopting a new puppy or something, or a new kitten. I'm seeing new love coming in if you already have your own business or blog or like passion project. If you already have that in your life, I am actually seeing new love. If you don't have that in your life, I'm seeing that you will be gaining that dream that you work towards. And specifically, it feels monetized. It feels like money can flow to you through this. So sales may be picking up, audience may be picking up, something like that. I don't know. Really interesting stuff, guys. Interesting stuff. Another thing I'm seeing here is the spiritual lesson of learning how to not have control issues. Learning to just let things flow, let people be who they show up as. And not trying to change them or control them. And it's really beautiful, especially if you have a child here. Like, you're not trying to change them, you're not trying to control them. You're just trying to guide them to be the version of themselves that is most happy, healthy, and successful. Like, you're not trying to force your strategy, your life plan to anyone. All you are here to do is be this light worker who guides people to their own personal healing and happiness. And you may have a psychic ability for that, for giving advice, and for just intuitively knowing what someone needs to hear in order to guide them to their own personal healing and happiness. That may have been a gift that you've had for your entire life, which is really beautiful. I am seeing so much spiritual energy, so much spiritual energy flowing to you at this time. Epiphanies, successes, synchronicities, psychic dreams. You're stepping into alignment when you go after your dreams. I keep wanting to say going after your dreams, like over and over and over again for the next 4 months here. Setting an example to the people around you that you're not afraid to be yourself. One thing I'm seeing here is some of you have a fear of putting your authentic ideas, business, and what you've been working on out like online because you're afraid of people that you know judging you. And even if they're not into the same things that you're into and they're not necessarily into what you're posting, they will actually find it an inspiration that you're out here living your best life and being bold and having a voice, because so many people in this life, like, they have a voice and they do nothing with it. They're too afraid. So one thing that you will be getting over in the next 4 months is this fear of what other people might think of you if you were to put your authentic creative projects and ideas out there and share them. Put your business out there. Share them, your personal stories. There is a fear in that vulnerability, but that vulnerability attracts so much strength. It is strong, and it attracts so much prosperity to you. So you're kind of being asked to be a little bit more vulnerable with the world itself and the people around you. I'm also seeing this extremely deep spiritual wisdom coming through, that you are the world and the world is you. So when you're authentic, when you're your true self, when you're telling your story loud and proud, it's like you're just talking to yourself, talking to God or the universe, even if you're putting it out there for hundreds or thousands of people. I don't know, man. Deep stuff here. You guys are operating at such a high vibration, like it's almost hard for me to do your reading. I'm seeing so much strategizing. I'm seeing spiritual awakening. I'm seeing learning to be more vulnerable when it comes to putting your art, your life's passion, your soul out. I'm seeing you bearing your soul to the world, honestly, in the next 4 months. Like, genuinely, and you will be paid off for that. Some of you might be releasing art or music or launching something. And guys, I mean, prosperity came out twice. Like, you will be getting a lot of money from this. It feels like a monetized hobby, a monetized passion project or art. It will be successful. if you strategize and put it out there, okay? Thank you guys for joining me. Beautiful reading. Y'all should take me out to lunch because clearly you're making the bread in the next 4 months. So like, share, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear how this resonated with you down below. If you want a personal reading with me, spiritual life coaching sessions with me, or my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Check out my other videos. I'm going to try to start posting more, I promise, okay? And yeah, that's all. Thank you for helping me reach 6,000 subscribers, guys. The next stop is 10,000. Help me reach that goal, please. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. Let's see what is in store for you for the next 4 months. We have you know what to do. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I took a sneak peek at this card. All of these cards I haven't seen except for this one. And you got the thread here, archetype. And literally I was just thinking to myself, I'm gonna tell them that in the next 4 months, you are remembering what your soul came here to do. Like, you are remembering why you are on this earth. The veil is being lifted from you, and you are getting back in touch with who you are, why you're here, what your mission is, what your personality is, and achieving it. And then, of course, as I'm having that thought, this card flips over. You know what to do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Guys, this is huge. The next 4 months for you, you're not messing around. Like, you're like, this is what I want my life to look like. And I almost feel like in these next 4 months, you will get more done, more accomplished, more change happen than you might have gotten done in like the past 5 years, because you have this spirit of the thread connecting you with your soul's purpose, and you're not messing around anymore. Like, this is what you want. This is what you're doing. So beautiful. We have Happy Family coming out in reverse. So this is showing some family dramas, family quarrels. Here's the thing, guys. I feel like for many of you watching, you know what you want, and I feel like your family may not approve of it. For example, the example that I'm seeing here is you may know in your heart and soul that someone is your future spouse, your partner, and you know for a fact your family's not going to approve, and you may have a really quick moving relationship that other people may not understand, or have a dynamic there that other people might not understand, but you know what's for you. You know what your soul, your heart wants, and you're not willing to sacrifice it. And so I am seeing some people in your support system may not actually be in your support system because they don't support you. They might not be super happy with these changes, or like, you know, in your heart and soul that, I don't know. The only example that I can give is starting a business doing tarot psychic medium readings, because that's very unusual. And of course I had a lot of people be like weirded out by that at first, especially back when I started. It was not as common as it is today. It was not as popular as it is today. And I just knew in my heart and soul that's what I came here to do. But it really stirred up a lot of people, specifically family, who, you know, might have wanted me to take a more secure, stable path and not go the entrepreneur route. So I don't know. I'm seeing something very similar for you. We have the rabbit spirit coming out. Yes, there's a lot of passion. Like I said, fast moving energies, it feels like getting a lot done or moving forward quite quickly. I really am seeing this vision of some of you moving quickly in a relationship. But I'm also seeing like a lot of productivity when it comes to just doing something that you know is for you. You have to listen to your intuition right now on what this thing is, because it'll look a little different for all of you. What is this thing talking about? Like, what in your heart, soul, and bones do you know you're supposed to be doing right now? That is what is going to be moving really, really quickly for you in the next 4 months. We see the full moon in Pisces, which we literally just had this moon. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Yeah. Taking that spiritual vision and knowing and manifesting it through action and a plan and getting it done. We have look for a sign. There's so much spirituality in this reading, so much connection to the universe, mediumship, connected to your guides, honestly. And that connection is guiding you to take quite bold steps in the next 4 months. You know, ask for signs when you need them. If you need that extra reassurance, the universe will always provide it for you. Universe, give me a sign, or give me multiple signs if it's time to come out to my family, if it's time to move forward in this connection, if it's time to put my business out there. Look for signs because they're all around you. Never-ending story. Now let's look really deeply at this card. First off, the number 37 might be important to you. And we're seeing a fairy here in distress with a mirror next to her. And there's a little heart here that says love, and then it says yes, no, yes, no. And it looks like the sand is running out. Never-ending story. This is very cryptic. I feel like in the past, you really downplayed what you wanted before. You really, I don't know, just downplayed your soul. And there's just something shifting within you for some reason where you're no longer downplaying, you know? The example I give is in love. Like in the past, you might have been very wishy-washy, not wanting to show your feelings, just going with the flow in romance. And now it's like something snaps in you and you're like, you know what? No. I want a family. I want babies. If you want that too, let's keep dating. Like just straight up, something changes. And just that directness, I can see how that could lead to fast moving energies. Like straight up, what I want is just to be a successful business owner. And then you focus on that with like unyielding focus and vision. And that's why it happens really fast. Like you're tired of waiting around. You know what your vision is. You're going to go after it. And you know what? Some people might not like these sudden changes and improvements and momentum that you are building. They'll say, oh, the old you changed. It's like, no. First off, the old version of me was a watered down version of me because I was too scared to be myself. Because I was too scared of people judging me for what I truly think and feel. But you know what's really funny? You were totally wrong about that group number 3. You know, you were afraid to put your authenticity out there. You were afraid to share your feelings or be direct because you thought people would be scared away. But in reality, when you are in this direct energy, when you are being your authentic self, it makes you into this blazing, glorious light that makes you more attractive than ever. Like you could not be far from the truth than you were previously when you thought that well, I don't know, maybe it wasn't a conscious thought. It feels like subconsciously like you were always just like a watered down version of your soul. And it feels in the next 4 months, you are making bold moves. Like you are putting yourself out there. You're being honest, open, authentic. You're moving quickly. You don't care. Like who cares about societal norms? Ooh, some of you might be. I keep coming back to this vision of a really quick moving relationship. And also like just putting yourself out there. Some of you might be coming out of the closet, whatever closet that is. The gay closet, the spiritual closet, the witchy closet, the non-monogamous closet, and whatever the heck, I don't know. Maybe even the religious closet, you know, you might really be into God and stuff. And you hide that, I don't know. Whatever closet you're in, you're coming out of it. Whatever mask you're wearing, you're taking it off. And, you know, you may actually be extra bold, like sharing your experiences, your vulnerability, even like on social media or through some sort of publication. Telling your story to the world. Being proud of it. I'm seeing an increased sense of pride in who you are authentically. And it may piss some people off, but we don't care about those people. We have the Wheel of Fortune coming out. Wow. Huge shifts and changes happening. I love the snake on this card as well because the snake represents medicine and earth power. Your earthly powers are increasing is what I want to say. So health, money. I've been feeling this for the collective. Like group number 1 and 2 is very similar to you. So if you felt drawn to those groups, like go ahead and watch them for sure. All of these readings feels very similar. Health, wealth, happiness, your glowing prosperity seems to be increasing. The Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards because I love chaos. I love like unexpected shifts and changes going on in the world. And I see that in your reading, in your personal life in the next 4 months. Beautiful, positive, changes, like happening rapidly. We see the High Priestess. Oh my God, psychic energy, spiritual connection. Yes, that mediumship we were talking about, it's right here. And look, she literally has the veil. See how that veil is very thin? She can see through it. That's what I'm saying here. The veil for you is very thin in the next 4 months. You're really connected to your spirit guides, seeing signs from them, synchronicities all over the place, angel numbers everywhere. And she's reading from a scroll, and it's like, you are reading your life purpose. Like, you know what you came here to do, what you want. For whatever reason, it's becoming very clear to you. So if you're like, you know what, I think I came here to be a mother or a father, it's like you're going about it and you're doing it, and you're not hesitating, especially with the rabbit spirit with you. Or like, if you know that you came here to share your art, your music with the world, it's like you're getting it recorded, you're putting it out there, like in the next 4 months, like really quickly. If you know you really want a family, a partner in crime, it's like you're getting out there, you're dating, or you're elevating, ascending this commitment in the next 4 months. We see the star in reverse coming out. Yeah. Pay attention to the signs around you and the ideas. Your spirit guides are trying to communicate with you a lot at this time. This is definitely in the next 4 months. I would highly recommend spiritual practices such as meditating, journaling, going for walks, like at least once a day, honestly, stretching as well. Honestly, I work in spirituality. I'm going to be honest with you. I do all of those things every single day. I journal every day. I walk every day. I stretch every day. I try to meditate every day. So I think you should do something similar. Honestly, during this time, it will really prep your mind to be its most, like, how do I put this? Like the RAM in your brain will be good. Your brain power will be stronger. Yeah. 7 of Cups. I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, it becomes harder for me to articulate late in the night. I don't know why. We have the 6 of Pentacles. This came out for every single group as well. We have the Fool. Brand new start. Oh my gosh. It feels like your life is just not like so different, but it's like I'm getting a huge weight off your shoulders because I love this energy. I love the energy you're in. It's like I don't care anymore. Like, I'm going to tell this person I love them. I'm going to move as fast as I want. I'm going to put myself out there. You're being very bold. You're living life like you're dying. Like that song, live like you were dying. I'm getting that for you, honestly. Like, I love, love, love the energy I'm feeling here from you guys in the next 4 months. Like, it's almost like life is too short to move so slowly. Life is too short to not be yourself. It's like you're being your weird, authentic self. You're dressing the way you want to dress. Some of you might be updating your wardrobe to be more you, or your haircut, or how you present yourself. You're coming out of closets, whatever closet you may be in. You are sharing your feelings with people. You're moving forward with your goals. You're putting your ideas out there to the world. And your creations, whatever you create, whatever you do, you're putting it out there to the world. It feels so good. Oh my gosh. Ace of Wands in reverse. There's a lot of passion here. A lot of passion. Allow yourself to indulge in that passion, is what I want to say. And next to that, we have the 9 of... Is that the 9? The 9 of Wands in reversed. I do honestly get a little bit of a fear that you may be working through right now. Of, like, again, the fear here that you're overcoming is being too much, or taking on too much. Having your intuition, your soul, your creative ideas. Like, it might feel like too much, or you might feel like, I don't want to be too much. That's what I'm getting with these last 2 cards here. So that may be a theme that you are going to continuously work through in the next 4 months. Realize that you're not too much. You are just enough. You are perfect. And I'm also kind of getting the message here of not wanting to take on too much. I know this is a really specific message. I'm actually seeing some of you like deleting all your dating apps because you don't want another responsibility on top of what you already got going on. There's something about being in your authentic truth, being yourself. It's almost like you're having to catch up with yourself now. Because like I said, before you might have been wearing a mask in the closet or being this watered down version of yourself. And now it feels like you're being your true authentic self 100% fully. And it's like you're on this like honeymoon phase of trying to get to know your inner child, your inner artist, yourself, your inner soul again. Because that version of you, that true version of you may have been hiding behind relationships and expectations and jobs for years. And it's almost like this getting to know yourself process all over again. And it's really hard to put into words unless you're someone who are going through this. So, I mean, if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, I don't know how else to describe it to you. It's like you're in this process of getting to know yourself again, because the real you may have been hidden behind either codependency or distractions or expectations. And somehow, some way, you're getting back in touch with your own soul, what you came here to do, who you are. And I feel like a part of you just wants to kind of shut out distraction, shut out the world so you can be in this honeymoon phase. Some of you are reconnecting with your love of art or music or a hobby or a project. Like, I'm seeing you really connecting with yourself and what you want. And it's so beautiful. Like, it elevates your mood to this whole new level of peace and almost like bliss, happiness, especially if you've been away from yourself for years. I feel like I'm not able to articulate this in a way that everyone will understand. Like, it really is something that you'll only understand if you're going through it. Like, you've been away from your own self. You have been watering yourself down. You have been closeting yourself. You have been hiding behind codependent relationships, making everyone around you the focus, much more important than your time alone, than you being your authentic self. So, oh my God, it feels so good to get back in touch with who you are and your reason for being here on earth. And I just keep looking back at this Fool card, almost like as you. The Fool is one of the best cards in the deck. It's not an insult. Like, see how he's obviously dressed, you know, very originally? Like, I just keep seeing that as you on this honeymoon phase. Like, there's so much to focus on now that I'm back in touch with myself, because yourself is very multifaceted and there is a lot to get back in touch with. So some of you may be getting back in touch with your sense of music, your how you want to dress, like different areas of life that interest you: fashion, music, art, sports, hobbies, what you want in relationships, what you want in business and career, knowledge, getting back in touch with your love for reading. Oh my God, I don't know what happened to trigger this awakening. Some of you might have been rejected and were kind of forced to like be on your own. I don't know. It could have been anything. It could have even been a song or a movie that you listened to or watched that inspired this wake-up call within you, like reawakening your connection to self. Really interesting. This is going to be an interesting 4 months ahead for you. There's a lot of fast-moving energy. Again, I saw that fast-moving love for some of you, coming out of closets, fast movements when it comes to anything that you just feel like is your soul purpose, your life purpose for being here. That's what I'm seeing, okay? Beautiful, beautiful 4 months ahead. Enjoy it. Also, I didn't really talk about this card, 6 of Pentacles. Money could be coming through, okay? Karma is balancing out. This is a great card for money and being in connections with people who see you for the real you. Mutually fulfilling connections as well. So beautiful stuff. Fast forward movements ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below. I love hearing your comments, so go ahead and leave them. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We just reached 6,000 subscribers, so thank you for that. Our next goal is 10,000, so contribute if you have not already. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, a spiritual life coaching session with me, or my Goddess Energy Intention Oil, all of those can be found on my website, spiritpsychic.org. Bye-bye.